Morning class 8. Hope you are well, safe at home. As you know, the other day, the last time I gave the video, I have sent the video of articles. Now the next very important topic of the language is punctuation and capital letters. In the sense, punctuation marks. Why do we study this? We are going to refer this. Exercise will be solved later. Make sure you refer the textual exercises and later on I'll post the answers. The explanation part begins here. Now punctuation marks. Marks of punctuation bring clarity to our writing. Without them we might even misunderstand the meaning the writer wants to convey. Look at these words, you can see. What are you looking for, Sonali? As it is a simple, there is no punctuation marks used. So here, what do these words mean? Do they mean this? What are you looking for, Sonali? What are you looking for, Sonali? What are you looking for, Sonali? So there are different ways to express your feelings in the form of writing, but with the punctuation marks. Then it give meaning to the sentence. It's already written here. Obviously, if the writer had wanted the meaning to be clear, he should not have left out the marks of punctuation. He must have used it. He must have not left it. So there are these marks which are used, which are known as punctuations. First of all, very important, full stop. The signs, the symbols are also given. Second is mark of interrogation, means questioning, that is question mark. Mark of explanation, that is one line, then dot, that is your emotions. Comma, as you know. Semicolon, dot, then comma. Colon, two dots. Apostrophe, that is one single apostrophe. Quotation marks or inverted commas. We know that this punctuation is known as comma, inverted commas or quotations. Dash, we generally say hyphen. Dash is big, hyphen is small. You can see the image. There is comparison given. So now we are going to begin with the explanation of each punctuation, as you have already used in the previous years. But now why am I saying so? It will be helpful till your grade 10. So you have to learn from the beginning, revise it from the beginning. We use a full stop to close a statement or command, as we know when the sentence is ended or the thing is conveyed in a sentence. So we use end with a full stop. And sometimes we use full stop for abbreviations also. After abbreviations or titles or degrees. These days it is common to draw full stop in abbreviation like Mr., Doctor, UNO are acceptable. Full stop in decimal fraction means it is also used. So this is the type where we use. The mark of interrogation, as I have already informed, this is the question mark, is placed at the end of a question. Who is there? Is anybody? So when you question somebody, so question mark is being used. The third comes as the mark of exclamation. The mark of exclamation is placed at the end of an exclamatory sentence, that is a sentence which expresses some sudden or strong emotion. As I've said, strong, your own emotions. How kind of you. We're like, you are a very kind person. So we'll say, how kind of you, in a nice way, also in arrogant way. What a great effort. Wow, what a great effort. So when such sentences starts with, ends with exclamation marks, which shows your emotions. The exercise is given, you have to use these three. How terrible it must have been for them. So question mark, how terrible? It's an emotion, it is difficult. Why don't you learn the art of time management? So you are questioning. Somebody is questioning you. So question mark. Please don't purchase anything expensive for my birthday as you are requesting. So full stop. Please don't purchase. You are angry with me, aren't you? Again the question. Are you angry with me? So question mark. Have you met Dr. S.R. Singh, MA, PhD? So put full stop after Dr. MA, PhD, the head of English department. Then question mark. It is questioning. क्या आप मिले थे? How handsome Dr. S.D. Sen looked in those days. So put full stop after Dr. S and D, then exclamation mark. That is how handsome. What nasty comments. Again emotion. So exclamation mark. Next come comma. Where the comma is used. Now very important, when you see the comma, it is a shortest pause. It is a pause. When you see a comma is in the sentence, you have to take a pause, short pause for a second. It should be used wherever we think we need a pause. The following points should be helpful in understanding the use of the comma. The comma is used to separate words in series. If it is a series of the words, if the series of the topic, we use comma. It is used to separate phrases in series. If phrases are there in the sentence, clauses in the sentence, for such cases we need to use comma to separate. Then next rule, the comma is used to set off a noun of address. So you are addressing, the noun is addressing to someone, like Bobby, you didn't tell me you know Japanese. So somebody is telling Bobby, so emphasis is given to the noun, name, that Bobby, the name of the boy. So we used to put comma. May I go to the library? Ma'am, whom you are asking? You are asking ma'am. So you are emphasized the teacher. So here, before ma'am is comma is used. It is used to separate expressions that is in opposition. Of course, they are the meeting was addressed by Dr. Chidambaram, the famous scientist. So comma, it's a name, expression in opposition, like position wise. R. Chidambaram, who is he? Like scientist. Pandit Shiv Kumar, the renowned santoor player, was honored by the president. So comma was honored. However, comma, one word apposition is used, not separated by a comma. My sister Meera came to meet me last Monday. However, a one word apposition is usually not. One word apposition means my sister Meera, as you can say my sister comma Meera, but it is addressed to the same. It's not like emphasizing something else. So we don't have to use comma. There are a couple of rules for the comma which we have to refer. A brief pause is needed to give clarity to our writing. Being dissatisfied, he resigned the job. So address is given like you are emphasizing, where a pause to be given, a small pause, like he left the job. Why did he resign? So he was not satisfied. We have a rented house in Tago Park, a newly developed colony. Where it is located? It is located in a developed colony. To earn some extra money, she started taking tuitions. So comma. So she wanted more money. The apple juice made from the best apples from Kashmir was delicious. So apple juice particular, from where it has come. So from those apples were from Kashmir, and how was it tasted? It was delicious. So here pause to clear the sentence, to make the clear meaning of the sentence. Next comes to separate yes or no, oh, well. For such expressions we use comma. The other expressions are like to, however, of course, nevertheless. In fact, in fact is another. In fact, I'm quite unhappy with her. Of course, you can borrow any of these with this. In brief, is what he said. Now, question text, very, very important for question text. You're going, comma, aren't you? She's not interested, is she? Reported speech is when the speaker is speaking something. After the speaker said, we put comma. The manager said, we need only experienced people. Next comma, to address a date, parts of a date from one another or any words following the date. After writing dates also, the different patterns of writing dates are first month, then date and year, and then it is in this form of sentence. Finally, on August 15, 1947, the date, year, India became free. It is used to separate the part of an address also. First blocks or numbers, then area, the name of the society, comma, and then landmark, city, all these things. Salutation also, my dear, dear sir, dear ma'am, respected teacher. So comma is used. Nowadays we have omitted comma after writing address or this dear sir and but from salutation also. The fifth point is compare these two sentences. If you need my help, write to me. So if clause in the beginning separated by a comma, when you find the conditional clause is used in the sentence that is beginning with if, it means in the next sentence, before the next sentence we have to put comma. It is written, write to me if you need my help. So no comma, because it hasn't begin with if. When I go to Chandigarh, I'll call upon your uncle. When clause in the beginning separated by a comma, so it begins with when, if. So when I go to Chandigarh, I will tell upon your uncle. I'll call upon your uncle when I go to Chandigarh. So now when this clause is beginning with if, when, such words, then comma is being used. The next is, it is in the next page, which I haven't put it on the screen. You can check in your textbook, the page number 142. Now when the sentence you find but and for, he is intelligent, comma, but his health is rather delicate. So while using, if it is in sentence but and for these conjunction, you have to put comma. All but Sushmita turned up for the wedding. I bought some vitamin tablets for the doctor had advised me to take them regularly. Here, well, again if you will rewrite the sentence, I bought some vitamins tablets for my sister. If you are not elaborating the sentence, then you don't have to write. You don't have to put comma, don't have to use comma. But when you are elaborating the sentence with 2 points, then you need to use comma. And the last point, it is on a non-defining relative clause is set off by a comma. A defining relative clause does not need a comma. It means non-defining. If you are not defining, he is going to Mumbai where he has been posted. He is going to the city where he has been posted. You don't have to. If it is you are addressing to the city, name of emphasizing, giving the importance, then you have to use. If it is defining, you are already definite this thing, you don't have to use comma. So here the points, the rules for comma is ended. In the next video, I'll explain the semicolon, colon. Until you refer these exercises and do ask me. Exercise 2, you have to put commas wherever necessary.